Hey everyone! The VOD you're about to watch was originally live streamed on Twitch, but I know some of you prefer a different platform to watch on or to watch whenever you want at your leisure. Or maybe it's years from now and you're just now joining us and checking out my archives. And either way, welcome. I typically stream on Twitch on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern. If you'd like to join us live, you can find the links to my Twitch page and all of my other social media down in the description. I am just starting out, so bear with me, style under construction. If you have any comments or feedback, feel free to leave them in the comments. And if you'd like this, I'd really like it if you would like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm very grateful. I'm super excited about this content that I'm creating, and I hope you guys are too. I love hearing from you. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks a bunch. There we go. Hide it strategically behind the picture. Cool. All right. We'll see how helpful Sasha decides to be. Entire room to work in. This is so much nicer than trying to lay it out on the kitchen floor. Should I have swept first? Probably. All of my pieces here, and I'm just going to be, so this is the panel that I made all of these pieces from, so I'm going to be using this as the centerpiece for the quilt and then putting the pieces just sort of around it, but I need to figure out where they go. I think I want to cover this border. I'm not going to cut it off yet. You'll notice these are half hexagons. They will be full hexagons eventually, but with the way that they'll end up getting sewn together, it's easier to keep them as half hexagons for now. So like, I'm just gonna start throwing things down and we'll see how they go. Yeah, we'll do more orange here. Because with the way they get sewn together, I'll be able to, once I have, you know, entire rows laid out, I'll be able to sew all of the side seams, and then I'll end up with really long rows of half hexagons, and then I can just sew the entire rows together. That's why they're still half hexagons. If I had gone ahead and sewn each of the individual hexagons together, I would have had to do a bunch of like little Y seams to
put them together, and that's a pain in the ass to do on machine. I'm not doing that. So, yeah, sure. I'm just gonna throw a bunch down and then we can start rearranging them as need be. I've got these piles roughly divided by color. Like these are the ones that are mostly black. These are the ones that are mostly primary colors. And then these are the ones that are like the weird rainbow bits that were left over. I think I want the brighter ones. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Maybe bright ones here and there, and then kind of fill in around, and black ones toward the edges, and we'll see. And I want to overlap the cats, but not too much. Like I want to still be able to see them pretty well. Maybe a more solid one there. So once I get this all laid out and like sort of how I want it, I will take 10 million pictures so that I'm able to reconstruct it when I'm actually sewing. Well, and the other thing to remember is that there's also seam allowances. So like I'm laying these directly edge to edge, and when I sew them together, it'll actually shrink a bit because of the way you have to fold the fabric together while you're sewing. So this will all kind of contract a little bit. So if I'm overlapping a lot here, this edge will actually pull back a little bit once I get all of this sewn together. Still have to figure out how I'm gonna do the main construction, because I can get all my hexagons laid out, but then I'll have this, you know, cat-shaped hole in the center. So I think what I'll end up doing is I'll sew all my hexagons together and then, I don't know, I guess lay it on top of this again and just sew around the edges. Applique it on might be my best bet. I don't know, that's a later problem. Morning, Merlin. My chat is like over there, so I'll glance at it now and then, but yeah, I don't have it directly in front of me like I have. Sure, that'll work. There's some more of my bright ones. Ooh, eyeballs. Where do I want eyeballs? Yeah, the way some of these cut, it turns out really neat because it's very clearly eyeballs. Yeah, sure. Let's do... and let me know how my volume is. I've got my mic set up over there, and I've got music going through my computer, but I don't have headphones on because I'm crawling around on the floor. So if my mic needs turned up or my music needs turned down, just let me know. Yeah, there we go. Oh, cool. Excellent. I haven't had time much to play with stream elements or anything. Maybe I'll get some time to poke at that tonight or sometime this week. Thank you for the resources, by the way. I saw all those links, but I haven't had a chance to poke them yet. Yeah, sure. Oh, big yawn. Sasha is curled up in the chair just off camera in her usual place. She will probably at some point jump down and decide to walk all over this, as she usually does. Again, these will shrink when I sew them together because seam allowances are a thing, so I will just edge them a bit
closer. Oh shoot. Except I need to keep them. Shoot, okay. So because of the way I'm sewing them, I need to make sure. Well, I mean, I guess I'll be picking these all up and re-sewing them. It doesn't really matter how I lay them out now. I just need to know which hexagons go where. Now, about over there. Sure, that'll blend nicely. Oh, excellent. Thank you. Well, my ankles are not going to be happy after this. But I'm so happy that I have this entire room to work in now. The last couple quilts I've done, I've had to lay them out on the kitchen floor, which is not ideal. None of them were this involved, though. They were all just like square blocks that I kind of had to move around, so it wasn't as bad. Leave that for now. Ooh, that one turned out nice. You know, you probably can't catch a lot of the detail on these from how far away the camera is, but some of these came with really nice tessellations. I'll take some close-up pictures of some and put them on Instagram, because some of these turned out really, really nice. Is that overlapping too far? Probably. Edge these in a little bit. That's fine. I'll just do it like that for now. And again, I'm not entirely sure how much they'll shrink when I start sewing them together. That's the fun of it, I guess. That's probably fine. Yeah, that'll work. And I probably will not end up using all these pieces. I've probably got way more than I need, depending on how far out I decide to expand this and how big I decide to make the quilt. I do want it to be a good size. Yeah, I like that. I like those together. What else we got down here? Ooh, that's a good one. Some more nice bright colors. No. No. Go up here. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Oh, morning, guys. Yeah, I will be, my chat's over there somewhere, so I will be glancing at it, but I won't have a constant eye on it like I did before.
Yeah, so this is the panel that I cut up. I had 6 others that I cut up and made into these round blocks, hexagon blocks. So now I'm just doing the layout to try to figure out where they're all gonna sort of set, and I'll probably swap a bunch of them around for hours. And then I will take a bunch of pictures so that I know where they go and start sewing them together, which is going to be the hard part. But yes, there are floor cats, and Sasha is sleeping just off camera and will probably at some point come crawling down to sleep on the floor cats, because that's how she rolls. Is there too much purple in the same place? Yes. Yes, it is. Green. Dobby's in the Netherlands, so are you in the? Yeah, there we go. I told you. You're 1 hour further than Britain, right, Dobby? Or are you in the same time zone as Britain? Sasha, please don't step on the laptop. Okay, there we go. She'll be back. Yeah, you can get out. There you go. She's sometimes too dumb for doors. Too much? Yeah, let's put this over here. Might still be too much. These ones that are like super bright, I'm not sure what I want to do with them. Maybe I should do the black ones closer in around the cats to frame them, and then the brighter ones further out. Let's try that on the other 2 corners. See how I like that. Oh yeah, I do like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi, Dancer. Welcome. Okay. You get to watch me crawl around on the floor and start complaining about how my knees hurt. Ugh, because I'm getting old. I guess I should build out from what I've got. Yes, welcome back. Hi. Ma'am. Ma'am, you are causing problems on purpose. Hi. You're gonna roll around, aren't you? Oh, no. We're crawling onto my lap. Okay. This is fine. Ma'am, please. I mean, you probably can't hear her, but she's purring up a storm. Yeah, you know you're causing problems, don't you? Hi. No, don't step on that. Why don't you go sleep on the fleece blanket? No. Ma'am. What? Yes, you know you're causing problems. Me. Okay.
Can you pick a place? You know, it's a good thing Morgan's not allergic to cats. Because your fur is going to be all over this. Look, I left your cubby open. Go lay on your fleece blanket. Or that chair. Or that chair. You have options, honey. But she chooses chaos. As cats do. What? I just fixed those. Ma'am. Me. There's a reason we call her Goblin, and this is it. Well, this is one of them. Yes. I'm surprised Sasha doesn't go after my dice, but that's part of why I leave them in a tray. But yes, anytime I have something spread on the floor, she wants to sit on it. I mean, I could throw her out and close the door, but why would I do that? Hi. Can you not? I love you too. Can I put you back on your fleece blanket? Oh, lap? Okay, lap. You gonna stay on lap? Yes, just settle your butt down. No, settle. Are you helping? Yes, you're helping, aren't you? You're definitely helping. Oh, green. What? Now she's like grumble purring because I'm still scritching her, but I'm also holding her in place. So she is happy and mildly angry at the same time. This is what I meant. I've already started with the rearranging. Nah, it's better. I do like that a lot better. Okay. What? Yes, I know I'm keeping you from crawling on it. How dare I keep you from crawling on it? Am I the worst? Am I the worst? Everybody at D&D yesterday loved you. They called you majestic. Yes, but I know better, don't I? You're a goblin. Go on the blanket. You gonna stay? No, she's not. Hi. What? Oh, honey, I love you too. Are you the star of the show? Meh. Okay.
Yes, you're the star of the show, aren't you? This is it. This is the stream. Just conversations with my cat. Oh, are we face watching? Ma'am, I draw the line at you taking a bath in the middle of the quilt. What? Lay down. Okay, good girl. You can stay there and supervise. You don't have to be crawling on it. Well, but she does have to be crawling on it, you say. You did these. Yep, here she comes. Hi. Am I gonna have to shut you out? I don't wanna. I don't want to shut you out. But you're being a problem. Oh, okay. Don't want one there. Oh, she's left again. Okay. How did I have these? Sasha, you're such a problem. Yeah, I think that's right. And again, this layout doesn't have to be super exact because it'll shrink and move around as I sew it because seam allowances are a thing. I just kind of want to get a general idea of where I want the colors to go and how I want it to look before I start stitching everything together. Sasha is lovely. No, she's fantastic. She is the best cat. We didn't even name her. Sasha was her shelter name. And when we got her, we were like, yep, Sasha fits. This is a prissy fancy cat, and Sasha is probably the best name she could have had, so... Oh, I like those two together. Okay. Good. Some more dots. Yes. Excellent. I think I'll move these guys. Replace them with something a little darker. And move the bright ones further out. There we go. That'll work. You'll notice I am kind of mimicking the border that it's already got, but might have to scoot these out a bit, but again, that's for fine-tuning a bit later once I have an idea, a little bit more of an idea of how it's gonna look. Yes, okay. And maybe do some bright ones along here. Yeah, that's good. More dots. More dots. I think I'll keep these bright ones here. I like that pop there. At least for now. More circular dots. That's the other trick, is deciding, because there's so many different patterns and styles, do I want all the dots in one area? Do I want to spread the dots out? Because like these two are very similar except for the colors. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Ooh, yes, good. That's good. Oh, here she comes. Hi. Did you refuel? I heard you. Ma'am. Come here. I heard you crunching kibble. I did. Hi. No. If you're gonna be here, you get trapped. Alright. I'm very sorry, Sasha. You are causing problems on purpose. I know. I know I'm the worst. I'm closing the door. I'm the worst. I'm an awful cat mother. Now she's gonna sit outside the door and scream at me. Alright. That's more blue and green. Yeah, kind of like having that gradient there. Having sort of like small areas that are color coordinated. Because this is going to be a very busy quilt regardless, no matter what I do. Yeah, there we go. Blue. Ooh, I like that one. Let's do that one up here. See here, my hexagons don't quite match up. But again, it's so hard to tell exactly how much room I'm gonna have to leave for seam allowances. There we go. That's close. That's close. Close enough. I mean, my dad always loved the saying that close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. But, yeah, this'll work. This'll work. This'll work. Do I want that one there? No, I think I want that one there. Let's move that one up there. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. Okay. So that's somewhat lined up now. She'll get over it. Because once I'm done streaming, or once I'm done with this at least, I will let her back in, and she'll probably spend the rest of the afternoon cuddled up on my lap. she did last week. Okay, here's another mini hexagon. Got one there, one there. This one down here. Ooh, yes. Yes, 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 that's good. Excellent. Should start bringing more. So I've got the bright ones down here, which kind of offsets the taller cat head here. So I should start bringing some brights in here. Oh, another of these minis. Set that aside for now. This is the fun bit because you have to think about your color balance and your pattern balance and all that fun stuff. No. No, not yet. What else have I got down here? Ooh, more orange. Excellent. Oh, hey, I've got a raid. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, that's a lot of viewers. Hey, welcome. I'm SJ. I am currently laying out a quilt. My guys, if you want to go check out RSN Radish Boy. Thank you. Yeah, so this piece in the center, which is currently kind of hidden, was the original panel. I had 6 more of them that I cut into identical pieces and then sewed together into each of these little hexagons. So like this one here you can see is cat eyeballs that have just been reflected around into a sort of a kaleidoscope piece. So now I'm just doing like a rough layout to try to figure out how I want my colors to go. Sewing it together is going to be a different beast in and of itself. Let's see. And it's also going to, and you'll see here, sort of along here, it's overlapping the cats a lot. That's because with seam allowances, all of these hexagons are going to shrink a little bit as I start sewing them together. So this is going to kind of contract in, or I guess contract out. It's going to shrink from what I've got it here. I'm just trying to decide sort of where I want, because it's such a busy piece and there's so many colors. I just need to try to figure out a rough layout of what's gonna go where. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep the panel in the middle and leave this last one whole so that you'll be able to see, you know, the picture that then made up all the pieces. The interesting and difficult part is going to come when, because once I get all the hexagons sewn together, it's basically going to be, it'll end up being basically a big frame with a hole in the middle for the panel, and I have to figure out how I'm going to do that attachment. I think what I'll end up doing is I'll end up sort of laying the hexagon frame back on top of the cats and then just sewing along all the edges to sort of applique it down to the panel. And I'll probably end up cutting off this border because I'm covering it. I want to use the actual pieces as the border. I'll probably end up cutting this off so that I can use it for something else, but I'm leaving it whole for now just in case. Because once I cut it off, I can't put it back. So I'll leave that until the very last moment. Yeah, that'll work. You also just missed my cat. She's been in here and sort of tramping around and laying down and being a general nuisance, so I had to kick her out. I'll probably let her back in a little bit. Okay, more stars. Got stars here, stars there. there. Yeah, she's sitting outside the door yelling. I can hear her. Sasha, you're fine. Stars further out? Yeah, I like that. I think. I mean, all kitties are nice kitties. Crazy kitties are also nice kitties. Just in a different way. I love all kitties equally. Purple and red. Here? No. Purple and red. There? Actually, that works. I like that. Okay. Me. Sasha. She's just sitting outside my door going, eh. Because she doesn't quack, or she doesn't meow, really. She just kind of quacks. She just goes, eh. Ooh, swirls. I'm gonna have to start moving, aren't I? Oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay. All right. Get my butt off the floor. I do have this work. Got a nice faux kneeling board. Yeah, so currently they're all half hexagons, and the advantage to that is if I had sewn them all together into full hexagons already, then to be able to sew all the hexagons together, I would have to do a lot of little, like, Y, they call them Y seams, because they're shaped like Ys, and that's a pain in the butt to do on a machine. It's really, really annoying. So with leaving them half hexagons like this, once I get them all laid out where I want them, I can pick them all up and I can sew together all of the half hexagons into long strips. Then all I have to do is go through and do really long strip seams to sew them all together, and that makes it much, much easier to do the final construction. So yeah, there is actually a logic to that. If I was having to do Y seams, I would probably end up doing them by hand, and that would take forever, because I never want to have to do Y seams on a machine. Just because, and it's just difficult because of the way you have to manipulate the fabric. Because when you sew things on a machine, let's see if I can get a decent view. When you sew things together, you usually lay them so that they're side by side, and then you sew along the edge, and then you can kind of, you know, flip them open if you need to. So with a machine, if you're doing a Y seam, you would sew along here, and that would be attached, and then to do your next hexagon, you'd have to kind of manipulate it around to then sew along this edge, and it's really annoying. I'm probably not explaining it super well. Pardon me as I keep wandering over to my chat. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I love hexagons so much, and Y seams can die in a fire. In fact, I have another hexagon piece that's English paper piecing, which is usually what I'm working on these streams. And that one's all done by hand. Again, because it's English paper piecing, which is a different method of sewing, but also because Y seams are easier to do by hand. Ooh, yeah, I like that one there. Now, do I want dark along here? Yes, I think I do. looks like my dark pieces I'm gonna have just about the right amount. Oh, I've got another little mini hex here. So one there, one there, one there. So let's put this one there. Yeah, actually, that purple looks nice there. Ooh, that one's brighter. Let's put that one. Yeah. Oh, more stars. Got some. Do I have any that are blockier? Oh, here we go. That's exactly what I want. Yeah. This is cattail. That came from right along there, I can tell. Ooh, yeah, I like that there. Green and blue. She's still sitting outside the door quacking at me. I can't let you in, honey. You walk all over this. Maybe that should have been my stream title. Conversations with my cat through the sewing room door. That'll be the title of my memoir. Yes, I like that. Okay. Is that enough dark ones? I think so for now. What else have I got? She does just want to be artistic. She wants to help. She's holding down the pieces so they don't move anywhere. I have been quilting for, oh God, roughly 10 years now. I've had long stretches where I haven't done much of anything at all, just for various real life reasons. But yeah, off and on I've been quilting for about 10 years. Mostly like block quilts, or I do a lot of hand sewing because I find it really, really relaxing, and I enjoy doing it just sort of in front of the TV after I get home from work at night. So like I said, usually on Sundays I'm working on one of my English paper piece hand done pieces. But this particular quilt is one that I've had promised to a friend of mine for literally years, and just real life stuff has gotten in the way. And I only recently acquired this fantastic sewing room. One of our roommates moved out, and we made the decision we weren't going to replace them, and that I was actually going to get a studio, finally. So I've been, like, this room has been a godsend. I've had, because I have a dedicated place I can go, I've had a lot more energy to sew lately. And again, now that I've got a dedicated place with a door I can shut, I've decided to start streaming and stuff. So hopefully from now on things will be on the upward trajectory. She does just want to help. Yeah, more or less. Those of you that are familiar with Desert Bus, I did a quilt for Desert Bus back in. Let's see, my quilt thing is actually here. So it looks like finished the Desert Bus quilt in 2015. So that would have been, I think it was Desert Bus 9. For those of you that don't know, Desert Bus is a charity stream that runs every November by a comedy group called Loading Ready Run, who are fantastic if you want to look them up. But they do a charity stream where they play what is called the most boring video game in the world. And the more money we donate, the longer they have to play it. And all the money goes to Child's Play Charity, which is a charity that provides games and enrichment and entertainment for children's hospitals, because especially for children, a large part of the healing process is keeping your spirits up and keeping your mood positive, so they help to support that. It's a great charity, it's a great time. But one of the things Desert Bus does every year is they'll do auctions of like crafting items, or they usually get like uncut magic card sheets from Wizards of the Coast, that kind of thing. They'll auction them off and all of that money goes to charity. So I did a quilt for them in 2015 that was a pixelated quilt. I haven't had the time or resources to do anything else for them since then. I'm hoping to possibly this year get them something again. But yeah, I'm actually, hilariously, I'm wearing one of the Desert Bus t-shirts. I'm wearing last year's t-shirt at the moment. But yeah, I'm sure Kitty can tell you more. Kitty can throw links up there. Perfect. Thank you, Kitty. Yes, excellent. Oh yeah, and they do have that documentary. That documentary is fantastic. It tells a lot more about who they are. It introduces a lot of the Loading Ready Run guys and shows. I don't know if you can hear that. That was my, I have one of the Audubon bird clocks. It just struck noon with a great horned owl. I don't know if that actually came across on my mic or not. But that's what that was. Start. Do I like that? But yeah, I've done other quilts for, I did one for my cousin's wedding as a wedding gift. The hand one that I'm actually working on most of the time right now is for my brother for his wedding. I've got one that I'm working on. Well, I've actually got a crochet one I'm working on for my sister. But I'm one of those people, I prefer to bounce between projects. So yeah, I usually have a somewhat ridiculous amount of projects on the go at once. Because I'll get home from work and be like, what do I want to work on today? Do I want to work with yarn or do I want to work with fabric? You know, do I want to go upstairs to my studio or do I want to just sit in front of the TV and do something? And that'll determine which project I'm working on. So I usually have several going on at the same time. I don't know if I like that. I've actually just recently started doing cardigans and like sweaters, because I've been crocheting for longer than I've quilted. I learned to crochet when I was like 12. So I've been doing that for literally 20 years. And but I've always done like blankets and scarves, things that are super simple and a single shape. But I just recently decided, you know what, I'm gonna teach myself to do cardigans. So I made one for my wife, and I'm actually working on one right now for Merlin in the chat. So some Sundays I might stream crochet instead. Kind of depends on how I'm feeling that morning. Oh. Pink and orange. Well, the stars are orange there, so yeah, that'll work.
That was my knee. Yeah, that's a mood 2 dancer. I stream every Sunday for now, because unfortunately I do have a full-time job during the week, and usually when I get home from work, I'm too tired to do much of anything. If I ever stream during the week, it'll probably be like video games, just kind of flopping down to chill for a while. But yeah, for sure I stream every Sunday from 11 to 2 Eastern. Like I said, usually I'm over in the chair over there working on a hand project. It's just today's kind of a special case. Since I've got all the pieces done of this, I figured, they can watch me crawl around on the floor. That's fine. I may be expanding that, kind of depending on how my channel does. I am looking for a new job that would hopefully leave me more time and energy to do creative things instead. But yeah, currently it's just the Sundays. For sure. Down here, I want darkness. Yeah, there we go. I actually, sorry, gotta stretch my knees a bit. Thank you both. Oh, and thank you, Kitty, for the time zones. Sorry, I'm just stretching my knees out here. Let's see. Oh, I actually do have around here. This is an example of, this is what I'm usually working on Sundays. This is one of the pieces for my brother's quilt. So all of the edges are joined by hand. So that's usually what I'm working on. Or I have the start of, figure out so that's the cardigan I'm making for Merlin. This is the center of the back, so it'll work its way outward into to be able to wrap around the shoulders, and then I'll add sleeves to it. I just started that yesterday, so that will take shape over the next few weeks. Oh, the little charm, so that's a stitch marker. So because I'm working with 2 different colors on this one, because right now I'm working with, sorry, make sure this is in camera. Right now I'm working with the green. So to make sure the blue doesn't unravel, this is basically just a safety pin with a little charm on it. And it's just, I put the safety pin through the loop so that it won't unravel. Because the thing with crochet is, because it's a single strand, if that wasn't attached and I pulled on this, it would start unraveling backward. So I just have this attached there so that I can work on the green without having to worry about that. And then when I switch to working with this one, when I get this row all the way up here and switch colors, then I'll move the charm onto the green so that doesn't unravel. So that's kind of a crochet pro strat for you. Yeah, actually, do I have, oh darn. So yeah, that stitch marker, that charm was actually bought off Etsy, but unfortunately I don't have the card of who made it. But yeah, stitch markers are fantastic, and they don't have to be that fancy either. They can literally just be a safety pin, or the other one that I have is basically just a plastic safety pin. Just as long as you have something that can go through the loop and attach so that it doesn't unravel. Yeah, that'll work. Just want a little bit more, I think build up a little bit more of the darker pieces here. Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's see about I mean, I could just be smart and move my laptop too. See if I can not pull any of the cord. Well, no, I can't. Okay. Unfortunately, because of the way my webcam is attached. Yeah, the colors look really nice. The green yarn is actually variegated. So the dark blue is just a solid, so that'll stay a dark blue spiral. The green one is variegated, so it'll shift between that oceany green and like a deeper blue as it goes. So I'm really hoping that once it's all together and complete, it'll look really, really nice for you. Ugh. I mean, Merlin, you're already doing like a ton of commissions and stuff for me, so we're just gonna be trading art forever, aren't we? I'm totally good with that. There's no complaints from me. Okay, looking at it from this angle, do I like these two being right next to each other, and do I like these two being right next to each other? And do I like them being right next to each other, right next to each other? This is why I like doing layouts first, because you can kind of take a step back and look at the whole thing. Do I want to switch any of those? I think I do, but where to? Oh, actually, I think let's try. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Yeah, I do like these two being next to each other, especially since they're rotating in opposite directions, if that makes sense, or it looks like they are. But yeah, having both the sets of two together was a bit much. Okay, about and I know the camera is like kind of far away and wide angle to try to get it all in. Hopefully you can kind of see some of the patterns, because some of these ended up looking really neat. Like I said earlier, I'll take a few pictures of some of the really, really cool ones and put it up on Instagram. My Instagram is patchwitch with an underscore, just the same as my Twitch name. So yeah, I'll put up a few close-ups of some of these, because some of them turned out really, really cool. Like, the eyeball one is always going to be my favorite, I think. More dots. Yeah, sure.
sort of sorted, and now they're sort of unsorted. That's okay. What else have I got buried down here? Alright, those are solids, more or less. Oh, thank you, Kitty. Kitty, you're the best. Thank you for being so helpful. Purple. No. Alright, I've got another mini hex. So there. I mean, this one's a little bit different because it's tone on tone rather than black. Here, maybe? Yeah, that'll do. No. Actually, yes, that's good. Yes, I saw that. Messages appeared and then Kitty immediately turned it back off again. But it worked. Congrats. Dots. Got dots there. Dots here. Dots here. Yeah, actually I like that a lot. Okay. Whack. Purple there. Oh, yes. There, that'll work. Sometimes it's nice to have somewhat coherent groups of color just to sort of, I don't know. Depends on the vision, which I do not have at the moment. Yes. That'll work. To be honest, Kitty, I don't know if that distinction is important or how that distinction is important, but I assume it's good, so yay. I mean, I know that there's a difference between configuration and coding, but I'm not sure how that would affect the bot or why you would want that distinction, if that makes sense. Oh, this one's fun. This one looks like a weird eldritch horror thing. I'm not even sure what bit of the cat that was originally, but it turned out interesting. It's part of why I really like these Kaleidoscope pieces, because I just kind of cut them up and then
however they end up looking tessellated, that's how they look. I mean, some of these I may or may not end up using all of these either, so we'll see. The goal is that people will not have to... Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I have zero knowledge of coding, so yeah, okay. Okay, cool. That makes perfect sense. Alright, now we've got bright yellow. And I've got a fair bit of it. I'll start putting yellow up there. Come here, piece of... Okay, I'm gonna move again. Ugh. It's getting a little bit too big for me to reach across. Oh, this one looks real cool too. There. And again, I have to decide how big I want it to be finished, but also then make it bigger, because again, this is all going to shrink a bit once I sew it together. And I'm not planning to have this be like a set size, like it's not going to be exactly queen sized or exactly twin sized or whatever. I'm just kind of making it as big as it ends up being. Because the goal is for Morgan to just have a really nice quilt that she can cuddle up with. Yes, I hear you quacking out there, Sasha. I'll let you back in later. Yeah. So that's an interesting question, Dobby, because that's actually the way that they tell you to do it. If you look up, so this quilt is called a one block wonder quilt, because it's all the same block. It's all just hexagons, and you just do the same thing over and over and over, but then you end up with a million different blocks. So if you look up one block wonder quilts, that's exactly what they tell you to do. They'll tell you put all 6 layers on top of each other and cut them. And that's what I started to do, but I found I was having a lot of trouble with the layers slipping as I was cutting, so they would end up offset from each other. And a little bit of offset you can deal with. You can just kind of sew around it or, you know, fudge it. But I was getting enough offset that it was noticeable, so like the mirroring wouldn't look right when it was all sewn together. So I actually just laid mine out one at a time, and I was cutting them in strips. So I would just lay my block down and cut 2.5-inch strips out of it, and then do the same for the rest of the blocks. And then I would line the individual strips up and cut the triangles back and forth out of the strips. Because having the 6 strips lined up on top of each other, it was a little bit easier to keep them all together as I was cutting. Whereas having a whole panel, by the time I was cutting all the way across, this side would have slipped significantly. So, sort of. When I was doing the individual panels, I cut them one by one, and then when I was doing the triangles out of the strips, I cut them all together. Oh, this one's blue. I like that. Yeah.
This might be, is that as high as I want it to go? I'm probably getting pretty close to the length that I want. I'll just need to pad out the width quite a bit. Do I want all yellow in this corner? Maybe not entirely. Yes, I see you. She's sticking her paws under the door and like doing the little paw grabby. Yes, you're pathetic and I'm terrible. How dare I shut you out? Ah, there we go. I like that. Yes, Sasha is terribly, terribly mistreated. She gets fed at 6 p.m. with her, well, she has dry food out pretty much all the time. But then she gets her wet food at 6 p.m. And at like 4:30, she starts trying to convince us that she's starving to death and she's never been fed and she's going to waste away. Oh yeah, okay, I like that a lot. This corner is good. I like this corner a lot. The rest of it I might play around a little more with. What have I got down here? Oh, more eyeballs. That's definitely as high as I want to go. So this will be my upper edge. A bit more orange. Yes. Yes, more eyeballs. More eyeballs. Look, it's not Theo's fault he's orange, okay? Let's see. I think these are all my solid color ones, or mostly solid color ones. Let's do a little bit of cornering up here. Merlin, don't you have a commission to be working on? Do I need to be IRL dad too and tell you to go do your work? Okay, that's fair. That's like work. That's work adjacent. More purple. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. Purple green. The thing is, some of these will end up being half hexagons along the edge too. So like to make a straight edge, this one would just end up being a half, because then that'll... Actually, I could probably reuse this other half. Okay. Things I'm realizing. No. Yes. Yes, I like that there. What do I want there? Blue, maybe? Oh, maybe. Yes? Yes, that'll work. All right. while I'm here, let's finish building this top edge. Yes, actually. Thank you. My dice bags are pretty simple. Where's mine? I can make them with basically any fabric you want. So this one's mine that I made for myself. So it just has a drawstring that I can do. This one's yarn, but I usually use like a leather lace. And then the inside is a different fabric. It's a decent size. I've got a good 6 or 7 sets of dice in there. The listed ones are just the ones that I have in stock. I can definitely do custom ones, or I don't remember. At one point, I think I had a listing for like a random one where you wouldn't get to choose and I would just kind of send you whatever. I don't remember if that listing is still up there. But yeah, I'm definitely open if you want to shoot me a DM on either Etsy or Instagram. Yeah, I can definitely do something for you. Again, it would depend on what fabrics I have in stock. I'm not going to buy new fabric just for a dice bag because the profit margin isn't there. But if you're looking for something like, hey, I like purple, or I like stripes, or I like, you know, florals, I'd definitely be willing to pull out what I have. Oh, good. Yes, I do still have that listing up. Thank you, Merlin. Oh, yes, that's good. I like that there. Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, just shoot me a DM and I can take a look through what I already have in. I've got a couple shelves of fabric over there, and several drawers of fabric for that matter. I can take a look through and shoot you some photos of what I've got and see if any of that is closer to what you like, for sure. No, I don't think I want green up here. Blue. Yeah, that'll work. I like that. Ooh, this one's cool. I like that. And I don't think I mind these two being next to each other because they're just enough different. This one's super plain and this one has more going on around it. I think I like that. Do I have more blue to stick up here? I do. Do I have variation? Aha. Aha, aha, yes. Excellent. That works. Do I want... Yes, I like that. Okay. And purple. Yes. Okay. What do I want here? I don't think I want the same purple or the same blue, but not... not green. Oh, pink. Actually, I have this one that's pinky purple. Yes, perfect. Okay. And then here, let's do that one again. Yes, okay, cool. And here. Yes, that works well. Okay, cool. All right, so that's our top edge taking shape. It's getting chunkier on this side than it is on that side. That's okay. Let's try to fill out that bottom a bit. Those are singles. Merlin, yes, yes you do, honey. Weren't you complaining about this last week too? Sort your dang folders. Okay. Alright, now. How do I want this to continue down? I think I want, because I've got a lot of yellow and light colors up there. A few there. I think I want more yellow and light colors here too. Question is, do I have any? I might need to pad this out a little more. Ugh. A few more pieces here. Yes, that does actually help a lot. Thank you. I will take a look at that once I'm off stream. Xcode is perfect because then I can take a look through my stash and see what I've got. But also, yes, Merlin, take the time now because the longer you wait, the more files you'll have and the longer it'll take. Is that too close? Maybe. That's better. More pinwheels. Yes. No. Save that one. Yes. No, still too close. Slightly more different color. A slightly more different purple. Oh, this might work. Yeah, that works. I think. Yeah, that works. Oh yes, please rest. And I look forward to seeing you again. Like I said, I'll take a look at that PM as soon as I'm done here. I mean, that's the best filing system, Kitty. I should probably do that.
But my email is also my storage folder. That's where I keep all of my passwords and my confirmation emails for things. No. Don't know where these eyeballs should go, but it's not there. I do also promise I'm usually a little more on top of chat. It's just I usually have it set right in front of me. And today I don't, so I'm having to glance over at it. No, there's swirls there. Oh, that might do. Yeah, that'll do. Getting there. Purple. Yes, good. Purple and green. Let's work on how far down do I want this bottom edge? Ooh, that's real yellow. Should I have swept before this? Probably. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Now, how far down do I want the bottom to go? Because I wanted to maintain sort of balance. I'm probably about there, eh? Yep, that's Sasha scritching at the door again. That far down? Does that look? Yeah, that looks right. We'll make that the bottom edge. Okay. Purple and green are very good colors. Green is, well, again, if you couldn't tell by my t-shirt, green actually probably is my favorite color if I had to pick just one. Purple and green is a very good combo. I'm also a fan of pink and green. Just because my wife loves pink, like 3/4 of what my wife wears is pink. So just aesthetically, I've come to really appreciate pink and green as a combo. But purple and green is also fantastic. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is coming together. I'm liking this a lot. Pink. Yes. Yeah, okay. That's good. These couple really bright ones. Decide what I want to do with those. Got a lot of green. Maybe I'll end up doing green along the edges. Because my top there's yellow and blue, and this bottom is turning into pink and purple. Oh, she's moved up to headbutting the door. Honey, it's latched.
It's latched and you're gonna give yourself a tiny kitty concussion. What the hell? Yeah, that'll work. That's almost the same one. Okay, these pieces are stretching further than I thought they would. I think I will have enough. Okay, stretch times again. Oof. That was my knee. Everyone stretch. Rotate the ankles. Get a drink. Yeah, Sasha does that too, Alfie. This door actually has tiny. It's just like a white plywood door, and it's actually got tiny little like claw marks along the bottom edge of it where she'll reach under and just like pull on it. But it opens inward, so pulling on it does nothing besides make noise. Maybe this for the bottom edge. Yes, excellent. Okay. Going to need to pick up my rug here. Give myself a little more space. Yeah, I missed that stream, Kite. But I hope you all had fun. Ooh, I could probably raid Julie today. Yes, that's good there. Let's see. So I've got my top and my bottom bounds. I just have to decide how far out each side I'm going. Is this big enough though? No, she can use it as a lap quilt. And I can always, once I've got it squared out, I can always fudge the edges out a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. No, other baby hacks. Do that one there. Yeah, that'll work. don't have to wear your favorite color every day of the year, Dancer. I certainly don't. But yeah, picking one, it would probably be green. I also really like red, but the problem with wearing green and red in combination is then you just look like Christmas all year, so I usually wear them by themselves. I have lots of red shirts and I have lots of green shirts, and then I just wear both of them with jeans. Although part of that is my workplace. Scoot, scoot, scoot. This is an outer bound? Probably, yeah. It's probably about right. And the two sides will be a little bit wavy by necessity, because hexagons are only straight on parallel sides. So having the top and the bottom straight means that the two sides are not going to be fully straight, but that's fine. That's how you create interest in a quilt. Let's do green down here. Got a lot of green left. This might be too contrasty. Yeah, there we go. Do I have a darker green? I do have a darker green. Ah, I have a green and purple. That'll go well here. Yes. Yes. Did I screw that up? No, it's just the way they're layered. Okay. Not losing my mind yet. They're just tilted. Don't like that there. There? Yes, that's better. Well, actually, that one will do. Or do I want that? I think I might want that up here. Yeah. Yep, I do want that one up there. I had blue in my hair for a while. Not a lot of it, just I sort of had a streak on the underside. And I really liked it. And it stayed for a long time because of the dye that got used. It was actually like a stain more than a dye. But it was super expensive. So I would love to go back and get it done again. I just haven't had the cash to do so. That? Yes. Yes, that's good. Sasha, you're fine. You're fine. She says. Ooh, that one's nice. What about? Yes. Okay, good. That's good. Meh. What? Conversations with my cat through the door is definitely the title of my memoir. Ooh, can we put eyeballs here? Red and purple though. Where am I going to put red and purple? I mean, it's not bad there. Ma'am! I can't let you in yet. The problem is that she hears me talking in here. That's what's making her mad. maybe not. Yes, I hear you, baby cat. Yes, I hear you. That one's nice. Ooh, yes, that's good. I think I might switch these two so that the cooler one's a little bit closer to the middle. Because that one's really interesting. Yeah, I like that. Pulls the green a little bit more forward too. I do like that, yes. Okay. Pull this one out. Drop that one in. Yes, that's good. I like that. Excellent. Yup, that's absolutely it. Yeah, we call her Goblin. We call her Miette occasionally. But she has very Miette energy a lot of the time. Most of the time we just call her Goblin though. Because that's also accurate. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. I like that. And I actually don't mind those two being together because that's got a purple center and that's got a green one. That's blue. Kind of soften it out again. Yes, okay. Almost done this corner. What about that? Just straight up more green. Yeah, that's good. And then I hear you. And then I think actually, so if I was to finish this the way that I was going, I would have a half hexagon here with a point sticking out. Don't like that. So I think I'm gonna go up one more row because then it'll be nice and flat. So I need the other half of this one. That one doesn't have another half. Honey! I'm sorry. The other thing of it is my roommate is not awake yet, so I'm currently the only living person in the house as far as Sasha's concerned. That's the other half of why she's so angry. Let's see. Another green one here. Yes, good. And then green and purple. And maybe I've got a blue and purple here. Do I want half of that? No, I want that one full because that's a really cool pattern. Let us stick that one there. Yes, perfect. That's good. Okay, and then my halves. So, purple there. Let's do blue purple here. stars there. What else have I got? Swirls. Oh, thank God, I just heard Rebecca get up. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. Okay, so that's 3 sides. Look, stretches. Thank you, Dobby. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy dinner. You are being summoned. Ah. Oops. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's fine. Yeah, so far so good. It looks kind of tilty, but that's, again, just because of how I've got them layered. They're not all, like, exactly lined up. Yes, this is good. I probably should have started from the outside and worked in, rather than the inside working out. Again, not sure if you heard that. That was the 1 o'clock bird, which is the northern mockingbird, apparently. Alright. Pardon my butt. Okay. This bit's gonna be interesting, because I'm banging up against my wall here. Ugh. Okay. That's not bad. Oh no, my pieces are over there. Okay. This one I might be sitting. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good. Got a fair amount of pink left. Probably put that down there. Okay, so pink, pink, pink. So green, purple. Yeah, that's nice. Bits of orange there works with the bits of orange there. Oh, pink. Pink. Okay. And that one will look good down there too. Okay. Let me scoot my butt down to that side. Work on this corner. The bird alarm probably is alarmed. That is the, you know how for, I don't know if they still make them, but the Audubon Society put out those like bird song clocks. I've got one of those. So that's what that was. Some of them sound convincingly like bird songs. Some of them are a little bit questionable, shall we say. Ooh, yes, that's good. It's good. Pink, pink. Some polka dots here. Yes, excellent. Okay. Yeah, I'm really starting to like this. I might just mess around with switching around some of the inside ones, but For the general layout and colors, I'm really liking this. Do I have enough pieces to do another full row? I guess the smartest thing to do would be square off what I've got, and then if I have extra pieces, add another row. That seems sensible. I mean, I never claimed to be sensible. Oh. Do I have to go out? Yeah, I have to go out at least one more. I either have to go out one more row or I have to take away this row. Again, for how the corner works. So I'll leave these here for now. Let's square off the bottom. And then see how many pieces I've got left, because I'm running toward the end. Although I do have a handful of the triangle pieces left that I can sew up into a few more pinwheels. They're just kind of the boring ones that ended up all being mostly one color. But if I was close to another row, I could probably sew them together and eke out another row. So let's see how this goes. Alright. Again, apologies for my butt. I know my camera's right here. Another bright yellow one, eh? Where do I want this guy to go? I mean, speaking of moving things around, peel that one out of there. Move this guy over, I think. Drop this one back in. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. I've got this one more really bright yellow one. Where do I want that to go? I think I want it over there somewhere to kind of, again, balance everything out. Maybe here, actually. I like that. I don't think that's too bright. No, let's see. This is it. The next hour is just going to be me fiddling with switching hexagons around. Quality content. Hashtag content. Actually, yes, I like that. Because it's a bright pop on its own, but it also goes with all the green that's over there. So yes, good. Excellent. Okay. Oh god, my knees are exactly where I need to put pieces. Yeah, this is awkward. I didn't think this through. I should have scooted things more that way to start with, but you know, I never claimed to be smart. Ah, yes, and then this one can go over here. That's better. Okay. So that's where I want a square. And then one more row there. I should have enough pieces. I have to do two that way. Hang on. I don't think I'm lined up. Again, this is where I probably should have squared it up first. Because now I've got sort of uneven rows. Okay, there we go. Follow that row down, that row up. Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. That goes there. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Ooh, sword. I hope you put pictures of sword in the Discord, because sword is cool. But also, thank you for stopping by today. See you later. Gosh. Ugh, this is a pain. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm right. Because that lines up with that. And that lines up there. Am I dumb? No. No. Okay, we're good. We're good. One of my rows was getting slightly crooked. Yes, okay, I think we're good. So then that row goes all the way down there. That row goes there, that row goes there. And that one goes all the way back up there. Okay, yeah, we're good. I think. Yes, okay, so I need to either finish at that row or do 2 more. Which I think I have enough pieces I can do 2 more. Okay. I'm glad. I wasn't sure how entertaining it was going to be watching me crawl around on the floor, but yeah, no, this is, I've never done this process before, not to this extent with this many pieces. Most of the ones I've had to lay out like this before are just, 12, 14, 16 blocks, like big square blocks that I'm sort of moving around. I've never had one with this many moving parts. But this is actually really fun. Pink. Let's go there. Not something I'd want to do super often, considering that my back is going to hate me tomorrow, but actually a really fun process to do. Here we go. And then 1 there and a half. Yep, okay, so I want to finish on this row, which I should have just enough space to do. Okay. So what do I want up in that corner? I think it's gonna have to be purple. Oh, maybe this one. Oh, no, I do have a few more pink. Oh, I have a bright pink. Pink and blue. Yes, let's do those 2 up there. Let's do maybe this one here. Switching stuff around again. What if? That there and that one there. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so I need a half for here. Pink, purple, maybe one of the stars. Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Okay, so that's the entire top edge squared away. Gotta fill in that last little bit. So I've got sort of yellow and blue trailing down there. I do have some more blue pieces. got a red and purple. That'll work well. That one in there. Maybe I want that one down here. Yeah, I think I want that one down there. These two are similar. So maybe there. And do I want them that close together? I mean, it's not terrible. Maybe having it there and having something else there. No, I don't think I like that either. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. What else have I got? Now it's like putting together a puzzle because I've got a limited amount of pieces and a limited amount of slots left. And another purple mini hex, but that works well because it's got orange in the middle. These really nice rainbowy ones that I definitely want in there somewhere. There. Actually, yeah, that looks nice. Okay. This one's got more yellow, so I think I'll put that here. Maybe offset it just a little bit, and then what have I got? Ooh, I wonder if okay. Let's put that one there maybe. Yep. And I've got these guys. Yeah, let's see. I was actually not expecting this to come together this quickly either. Well, I guess it is almost 1:30, eh? But I was expecting to be spending literally all day on this. And that does line up there. It's just kind of because of how it's laid out. It looks a bit ragged. And then that lines up there. I swear these all fit. Because that row continues down there. Yeah, it does all fit. There's only one that goes there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half. Well, 8 and 2 half. I think that's basically what I've got left. Alright, I've got a couple really dark ones here. So I think I might slide this one out here. And put in that one. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, I like that. Alright. This bottom corner is going to be green because that's what I've got left. Ugh. Okay, I've got 2 more purples. So let's try that one there. Need another full one there. Yep, that'll work. And fill out this last edge with green. There, and I think we're actually done. Let's see. Do that blue half there, and then holy crap, I think we're done. Well, I mean, we're done with the layout. Now I have to decide if I like it. And if there's any I want to switch around that looks super out of place. Actually not too bad though. Let's see. Let's swap the eyeballs here. Let's move them a touch further away from the center. Yeah, that's better. Well, that's a good question. Because it's gonna take me quite a while to sew it all together. It would definitely be easiest to just leave it on the floor. And it is actually feasible because, so this is my table here. And these leaves actually fold out. So it collapses down really nicely, and I scooted it out of the way to give myself more room, but I could actually just fold one of the leaves out to be able to put my machine on it. Yeah, it might be my best bet to just kind of leave it in place. Sasha's gonna hate that though, because I'm not gonna be able to let her in until it's done. But I mean, I guess that's motivation for making sure it gets done, eh? Myself a drink here. I'm actually really liking this. I'm not seeing too many that I want to switch around. I mean, other than the few I've already switched around. Let's see. Let's switch these guys. Yeah, I like that, I think. Do I? Yeah, I like that. Do I? Let's try these guys. Because I kind of like, to some extent, I kind of like grouping the similar patterns together and the similar colors. Because it gives it a little more flow, right? Like having all of the yellows and pinks in this corner flowing down into the yellows and blues, that looks really nice. I really like this corner. Yeah, actually it's not bad at all.
Because when I was laying the first few pieces around the middle, I was like, I'm not sure I like this. But now that it's all laid out, I don't like these two being directly across from each other. So how do I want to switch that? Ah, yes, there we go. I like that. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Wander around from all angles. Do I want to switch these two? Did I already switch these two? Do I like that better? Yeah, I think I do. It's not bad. Well, because you've got this almost solid yellow one, and then this almost solid pink one, sort of balancing. I think this is pretty good. All of our eyeballs are balanced. The only thing I might do try to darken this corner a tiny bit. Yeah, I like that. Now, do I want to move this one down here, or do I want to put it somewhere else? Actually, that drops in really nicely there. Haha! Totally meant to do that. Because now again, we've kind of got the flow of the black around the edges sort of flowing up into that corner, which I like. Do I want to try to do even more of that? No. I don't know. Do you guys see anything that's obviously out of place, or any... Like I said, I like the pop of yellow down in that bottom corner that's kind of on its own. And I know it looks like the cats in the middle are kind of getting lost. I think it'll be better once I've got the whole quilt assembled. And even then, if they're a little bit lost, that's okay. You'll see this bright, colorful quilt, and then all of a sudden realize that you've got cats peering out of the middle at you. But also, I think this is a really good size. I don't think I have the pieces to add another row. Well, maybe. I might be able to add one more horizontal row, but I think this is good. We'll see how much it shrinks in the actual assembly. Yeah, I like it quite a lot, actually. I like it way more now that it's all laid out. Just one more turn around. All my mini hexagons are balanced. Again, I've got the two that are next to each other up there in the corner, but I like that. Yeah, I think we might be good. In which case, I know we're half an hour early or so. but I might go ahead and cut the stream here so that I can pop up my table and start trying to assemble this. I could switch to hand sewing for a little while, but I'd have to rejigger my camera, and I don't necessarily want to do that while I'm live because it involves a lot of shaky cam as I reposition the pins in the arm and things. And also this corner down here is right exactly where I would put my feet. Like that's right under my chair. So I'm gonna have to get that stitched together pretty soon. So yeah, I might call it there and see if I can go, oops, not elbow my mic. Yeah, see if I can start sewing this, but unfortunately my machine is a little bit too loud to be able to stream that. Yeah, it'll take me a few minutes to get that set up and stuff. So, thank you. I really, really like it now that it's all laid out. I'll be posting, like I said, I probably won't be streaming any of the assembly just because my machine is pretty loud. But I'll definitely be posting updates on Instagram. So keep an eye on that. That's just Instagram. My username is the same. It's Patchwitch with an underscore. Hopefully I'll have enough of this assembled that next Sunday I'll be able to show an update, maybe. But also I'll probably be back to either hand sewing or crochet next week. So thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for all the new followers. Thank you, Merlin, for posting that. Much appreciated. Let's see. I think Julie's going. Let's see. I've never done a raid before. Aha! Julie is live. So let's go raid Julie. She's doing Final Fantasy XIV Online. She is probably doing Endwalker content, which is the latest expansion. So if you don't want spoilers, you might want to duck out. But otherwise, I will send you Julie words, and I will see you guys all next week. Thank you.